Why does laughter make us feel better?
Oh God, there's so many reasons why laughter makes us feel better. Number one, it does relieve pain because it releases endorphins, and endorphins are those happy chemicals that, if you think about it, if a doctor gives you morphine, any opium like drug, that's an endorphin. It goes to those receptors. So we have natural endorphins, and so it helps to release endorphins. So that's one of the effects of laughter. And they've done studies to look at people, if you looked at a comedy movie versus you looked at something sad, people who were laughing had more endorphins released than those who didn't laugh. So that's why if you watch those horror films and you find out you're in more pain, it's probably because you're working against yourself. But I love horror films. I love them. All right. And then it helps your heart. So if you laugh hearty, it increases oxygen and kicks up your heart rate, and it decreases arterial stiffness in our arteries. And so my big thing in life and in terms of helping people to stay young, live longer, is cardiovascular fitness and cardiovascular prevention. So laughter helps with arterial stiffness. And they've done studies. I forgot the doctor's last name. His first name is Michael. He did studies at the University of Maryland that looked at arterial stiffness after people again watched happy movies or comedies. Then it also helps to boost your immune system, and it increases antibodies that are anti-infection antibodies. So I won't get real detailed about that. It
Mhm.
helps to lighten your mood, and you know what? A lot of when I looked at the studies that have been done for laughter, they're not huge studies. They're not 30-year double-blind placebo-controlled studies. They're little bitty studies, 27, 34, 50 people. But we all nuance the feeling of laughter. We think laughter is good and you feel good. So you know what? If you go to any country, you go anywhere, I think you might ask me a question about that. You see people laughing, it looks like they feel good. It's lightening their mood. And that's because it helps to reduce cortisol, and it helps you to relax
That's
your body.
the stress hormone.
The stress hormone, yes, yes, yeah, the stress hormone. And I measure stress hormones in my patients because, look, let's face it, after the pandemic, the world got real dark, and people are stressed out. And 50% of doctors are less happy than they were before the pandemic. 50%. Doctors are, we might say they're retiring from the profession. They don't want to take care of patients. They're worried about violence. They're worried about getting hit. I'm worried about getting hit. So you ask me, do I make jokes around patients? Hell no. So no, I just take it one breath at a time. I do more breathing than I do laughing. Okay, but it does stimulate your circulation, and it just really reduces stress. I think the biggest thing about laughter is that it reduces our stress and the short-term effects and long-term effects. And that's why people are in comedy clubs. They're going there sitting in the dark with a whole bunch of strangers laughing their heads off. Now, even if you came in alone, because I go to a comedy club quite often alone, you'd have to think I was probably crazy, huh? Why are you sitting in the dark laughing out loud? But it feels so good. It feels
Yeah.
so good. So,
Well, what about weight loss? Is there any evidence that you can lose weight
oh, that's such a silly question.
laughing?
But yes, yes, yes. So here's the deal with weight loss. So any physical activity, any movement, you're burning calories. If you laugh, and according to some studies, they looked at studies. If you're interested in losing 4 pounds a year, 4 pounds, just four, then you can laugh 15 minutes a day, hearty laughter, hearty, for 15 minutes a day, and you'll burn up to about 40 calories. And it depends upon how hearty you're laughing at. But the thing is, if you're laughing that hard 15 minutes a day and concentrating on that, you're probably changing other behaviors in your life. So the laughter just adds on, like, more water, less high fructose corn syrup, more laughter.